Having failed in their revenge role last week against Atlanta, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers go back to work against the Washington Redskins, where Robert Griffin has now had a bye week to work on some of the rust he may have gathered during his injury absence. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers were seeking revenge from an earlier meeting with the Atlanta Falcons in which they were blown out 56-14, but the team came up short. Even though third down conversions were strong, with 12 out of 17, there was very little coming from the running backs, and Lovie Smith had made the rather curious decision to sit down quarterback Mike Glennon and reinsert Josh McCown in his place. McCown, who had gotten injured during the Atlanta blowout, threw for 301 yards but also had 2 interceptions. That brings his total to 6 on the season, and if you remember, when he was so effective last year for the Bears, he had a sizzling ratio of 13 touchdowns to just 1 pickoff. At the Washington Redskins camp, Robert Griffin III came back into the lineup 2 weeks ago against Minnesota, and he showed some rust, on the way to 18 completions in 28 attempts, with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Coming off a bye week and another week of preparation, Griffin might be expected to look a little sharper out there. In what football bettors have to consider a strange twist, wide receiver Deshaun Jackson, who is not known to speak up very much around his own teammates, got up and made a speech at a team meeting in which he essentially pleaded for unity in the team in the wake of a lot of talk involving how Griffin may have lost the locker room. He did not initiate this through the press, but internally, and you know that when somebody has to address an issue like he did, there is most definitely a problem with the team. Want something more on this game? Then head over to the Bang the Book Betting Center, where you'll find all kinds of angles, odds, and more on this week's NFL action.